one of the conference finals. And tonight, we've got the New York Knicks up against the Indiana Pacers. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. And for New York, we've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Taking a look at New York. Like the higher seed, they start this series on their home court, but they cannot be overconfident.
No, the stage is set, my friend, and really it's going to all come down to how you perform between those lines.
Well, how do you keep the governor on overconfidence?
You got to focus on the task, and I was always taught to respect your opponent and understand that if they play their best, it's going to be a challenge for you. Don't allow them to get that kind of confidence.
Mathurin, good.
And inside. Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Now here's Brunson. Towns, a screen on Halliburton. And it's Brunson missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Mathurin. A shot missing. Good D by Anunoby. Brunson kicks to Towns. Shoots over Turner. And that one's good. Towns.
He's so solid from really any range. But Towns' jump shot, he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Bounce pass, Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Anunoby. Following the score by Indiana, he gets that one.
Excellent focus from Anunoby. Wasn't going to let that bump get to his head.
Siakam outside. A 15-footer, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. And what a start to the postseason it's been for them. 8 straight wins to breeze through the first 2.
can't start fast enough. They want to keep the momentum going, pick up right where they left off in the second round. But remember, nothing's a sure thing in these NBA playoffs.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Brunson. With his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
All right, fans, it's stand time. Like everyone's watching. Let's see those best moves.
Here's Halliburton. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. New York leading by 5. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. We talked about Benedict Mathurin, their confident wing. Coach said guarding Mathurin is a challenge. He's got that it factor. We've told our guys who are defending him, you have to try to match his intensity. He'll eat you alive. Checking Benedict Mathurin, never an easy assignment. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Hart, following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Towns for 3. Come on. They get it back. Towns, a screen on Halliburton. Here's Brunson. Pacers with the rebound. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, with the step back. Here's Halliburton. Plays it up and banks it in. Halliburton's got 6 points.
Standing 6'5", Halliburton, one of those longer, lanky guards that can get out there and use his size to disrupt.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line, 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
So crucial for Hart to get to the line, establish some confidence. He's solid from there. But I think it sometimes gets his perimeter game going.
And New York making a change here. McBride's checked in. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 5-point game. Hits it from 3-point range.
Halliburton processes so many things out there. He plays one step ahead of the rest.
Pass to McBride. They set the screen. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Halliburton, no good. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Brunson driving in. Good, and the assist goes to Town. And that's now 7 points here for Jalen Brunson. Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Halliburton, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game.
The pass to Towns. Now McBride. Back to Towns. New York moving the ball around. And here's Brunson outside. The rebound by Turner.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Turner with a screen on Hart. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Siakam.
3-point goal.
Siakam's got 3 assists now in this one. McBride passes to Hart. Sinks the three-pointer. Hart's got 7 points in the game.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancers.
Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Jalen Brunson. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Turner. Neesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Pass to McBride. Anunoby a screen on McConnell. McBride. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Siakam. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 5. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 9 points. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Shepard. Now McConnell, defended by McBride. To the paint. And